I'm single by choice. What she's really saying: I've been dealing with the same type of low-quality man over and over, and instead of admitting I don't have access to better options, I'm reframing my lack of results as a conscious decision. Why this matters? Single by choice is a defense mechanism. It's how a woman protects her ego when the men she has access to aren't worth choosing. She's not single by choice, she's single by circumstance, but calling it a choice makes her feel in control. Here's the test. If a man who checked every box, looks, money, character, leadership, vision, showed up tomorrow and asked her to be his wife, would she say, "No thanks, I'm single by choice"? Of course not. She'd say yes immediately. So what she really means is, out of the men I have access to, the bums, the street dudes, the guys with nothing going on but good conversation, I'm choosing none of them. That's not being single by choice. That's having a limited dating pool and making the best of a bad situation. A woman with access to top-tier men doesn't announce she's single by choice. She doesn't need to. She's either actively being courted by quality men and is genuinely selective, or she's in a relationship with a quality man. The phrase single by choice is a coping mechanism for women who keep attracting the same type of low-value guy and can't figure out why. When you'll hear this, scenario 1, when asked about her relationship status, yukare. So what's your situation? Are you seeing anyone? Her, no, I'm single by choice. I'm just really focused on myself right now. Translation: the guys I've been meeting aren't worth my time, but I don't want to admit I can't seem to attract better options. Scenario 2, after complaining about men. Her, I swear all men are the same. They just want one thing. They're not serious. They all have multiple women. You, sounds like you've had some rough experiences. Her, yeah, that's why I'm single by choice now. I'm done with the games. Translation: I keep choosing the same type of guy and getting the same results, so I'm calling it quits and pretending it was my idea. Scenario 3, when you try to court her properly. You, I'd like to take you out to dinner, get to know you better. Her, I appreciate that, but I'm really single by choice right now. I'm not looking for anything. Translation: you're not my type because you're not the street guy / bad boy I'm used to, and I don't know how to respond to a man who leads with intention. What this reveals: when a woman says, I'm single by choice, she's telling you, 1, she doesn't have range. Just like a man who only has access to strippers and escorts might convince himself all women are the same, this woman has convinced herself that all men are the same, because all the men she encounters are the same. She's dating in the same circle, the same type, the same level. She doesn't know that top-tier men exist because she's never been in rooms where they operate. Or if she has, she doesn't know how to carry herself in a way that makes those men take her seriously. She's dating the same guy with different names. The guys she deals with probably have multiple women lead with sex appeal over substance, are unreliable, inconsistent, or legally compromised. Don't have long-term vision or resources. Keep her as an option, not a priority. After the 3rd or 5th or 10th version of this same guy, she declares herself single by choice, rather than asking, why do I keep choosing this type? And how do I attract something different? She's avoiding accountability. It's easier to say I'm choosing this than to admit, I don't know how to choose better, or quality men don't choose me. She's reframing her results as a decision to protect her ego. The type of woman who says this only attracts or pursues men based on surface-level traits, looks, street credibility, excitement, has been with multiple street guys or men with no real future, prioritizes passion over stability and character, doesn't understand what top-tier men look for, repeats the same relationship patterns but expects different results, uses this phrase to avoid accountability. What you do: If you're a top-tier man, or aspiring to be one, disqualify immediately. This woman has self-selected out of quality relationships. She doesn't know how to recognize or respond to a high-value man because she's been training herself on low-value attention. Her standards are broken. She's filtering for the wrong qualities and wondering why she keeps getting the wrong results. Even if you approach her correctly, she's likely to not recognize your value because she's calibrated to street guys. Test you with the same games that work on the bums she's used to. Mistake your leadership for control or your standards for judgment. Sabotage the relationship because healthy feels foreign. She needs to do her own work before she's ready for a man like you. Her saying, "I'm single by choice," is her way of saying, "I'm not ready, and I don't even know what I'm not ready for." If you're not top tier yet, recognize this is the woman who will keep you stagnant. She doesn't know what excellence looks like in a man, so she won't push you toward it. She'll accept mediocrity because that's her baseline. The woman who says the opposite. "I'm waiting for the right man. I'm preparing myself to be a wife. I know what I want, and I'm willing to wait for it. I'm focused on becoming the woman that attracts the man I want." These women aren't coping, they're calibrating. They understand that attracting quality requires being quality. They're not trying to convince you or themselves that they're single by choice. They're actually selective, and it shows in how they carry themselves, who they associate with, and what standards they maintain. A truly selective woman doesn't need to announce it. Her life, her circle, and her choices speak for themselves. The bottom line: single by choice usually means single by limited options. If she had access to the type of man she actually wants, she wouldn't be broadcasting that she's single by choice. She'd be building with him. The woman who's genuinely selective doesn't need a slogan. She's just living it. Pay attention to her patterns, not her proclamations.